do this.
Game resumed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another game of Starbow. This is going to be from the round of 16 of Eurobow number 4. This is one of those games that were not casted live, but we got the replays, and we're going to be casting a lot of them. In the right side of the map, playing as the yellow Protoss from former Team Slayer. It is Arthur.
And on the top left side on this awesome map, Longinus, we have our blue Zerg player, Ejwoda.
I tried to do the same thingy. Oh, also there's apparently a bug where Arthur already has an advantage by having 10 mineral patches, so we're gonna have to fix that because the other ones have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So this is
Damn you, teddy bear.
This is teddy bear to blame.
I trusted you.
Also, I will not be as loud as I usually am, because I'm usually very loud and I take a lot of space. Tell Kalevi about it, because if I get really loud, I might wake up my kids, so I'm just gonna cast a little bit more mellow today, but hopefully it'll be fine. Now, former Slayer's Arthur is fairly well known. Now, Ejwoda actually is probably the player who practiced the most for this Eurobow. He actually even made a blog about how much he's been practicing over on Team Liquid. So it's gonna be really cool to see what his practice will help him with, and he's actually already showing off something a little bit unusual by going for the very early spawning pool instead of a very fast 12 hatch. And he might is he gonna go Zerglings plus expansion? Yes, this is a really nice little Brood War build that could punish a very greedy Protoss.
Also, we do see Arthur not going for this most standard build, the Protoss Forge Fast expansion, which is also the dominant build in Brood War, but for more like a one-base build. Also, just from telling from Ejwoda's playstyle and the times I've been facing him, I wouldn't be too surprised if it would just be a very fast build to Mutalisks. But he didn't take any gas yet, so
Yeah.
might be very wrong about that.
Huh. Alright, Vec subscribed 6 months in a row. Really, really nice. Oh, okay, we're gonna see Wuja trying to break here. Arthur has a Dragoon and a Zealot. I like the addition of the Dragoon. This is gonna keep him super safe as long as the Zealot stays alive, because then he can deal like damage from 2 units at the same time. Yeah, we're just gonna see that there's really nothing here for Arthur to follow up with. He's not making what's it called? A starport or anything yet. A Stargate, I guess. But he is making a Dragoon to kill the Overlord, so we're unfortunately gonna lose that. But on the other hand, we're just not in such a bad position. He's got his natural coming. Arthur can't really move out right now because he has the fear of being Zergling run by. And right now they're both kind of in a very similar position. So we're gonna have to see. When Arthur chooses to move out. It's kind of his ball is in his court. If he's just gonna try and sneak out an expansion, or if it's actually gonna go for a strong one-base play.
See Twilight Council from Arthur, so, and he has been building a lot of Zealots, so I would think that is maybe for not Speed Lord Zealot attack, but it's very confusing. Like, I don't see many games that play out like this. But
No.
there are a lot of Zealots on the way, and not many Zerglings.
No, there's like about the same number of Zerglings as it is cells, and right now he's just throwing those Zerglings away. He's trying to pick off a Dragoon here, but this is looking pretty bad for Wuja at the moment. He doesn't even have speed. Speed just started on these Zerglings, so he has a Spine Crawler, that's nice. I don't know if Arthur wants to commit her.
He could try to do a run by in the main, just ignore the Spine Crawler, but Ejwoda, I mean, damage has already been done just by the fact that Ejwoda has to build Zerglings, and he has be drained down. And if we look a Spine Crawler, and if you look at the saturation in the main, it's actually not that great. It's 20 harvesters against 15, so the Protoss is already ahead in the harvester count.
Yeah, for
But
anyone
he's just in one base.
Sorry, for anyone who didn't know, the subscription fee of $5 is actually split 50-50 between Twitch and myself, just so people know.
What?
There was some questions about that. Every time someone subscribes, we only get $2.50 per month. We don't get all
It's not for you. It's not for yourself. It's for Starbow.
No. Okay, not for myself. Yeah, but for Starbow, of course. No, it's better to donate like $5 a month than subscribe, really, if you want the money to go straight to Starbow. Anyhow, Wuja is...
He did try to do counter-attack with a lot of circlings, but Arthur has been constantly croning out of this one gateway zealots. That's why he has so many on the field. It's a very interesting and unique build. I never saw a Protoss player play like this.
Wow, Wuja has to make so many circles to defend this. He has some spine crawlers. He needs to hold this line so the spine crawler can do maximum damage, and he is
he gets a really good angle.
Yeah.
It's a really good angle. He's losing a lot of stuff. Second spine crawler finishes, and I believe Ejwoda should be able to hold this barely.
Yeah,
yes.
Arthur committed for that a little bit too long. He should have pulled back a little bit earlier. He was a little overzealous on trying to kill Wuja there, and it didn't really work out. And Arthur right now can't really make an expansion, and more Zerglings are streaming in, and he is gonna have to fall back and just keep making zealots. Wuja is actually in a pretty good position right now. If you look at the income, it's very similar because he has less harvesters, but he has 2 bases. Yeah, Wuja is slightly ahead because he has more bases than his opponent, so it's quite nice.
I could say Arthur was a little bit overzealot.
Oh.
Okay, that was bad. But he has been trying to get his expansion up, but he has been constantly producing from these 3 gateways ever since he's got them. So he has to cut zealot production in order to be able to afford a nexus.
So he's got a nice little wall here of the zealots. Wow, that's actually amazing that you can wall off with so many zealots. So he can probably now get his nexus going, like you said.
Yeah, cuts zealot production, should build his nexus right now. The nice thing about this was about this build. The funny thing is, it opens actually Ejwoda a very great timing window for his Muralisks because the Spire just finished. And from this position you don't throw down a Stargate anymore, so you kinda have to rely on your Templars to be able to defend against Muralisks.
Oh wow, we already have 5 meters in production, and he doesn't have... He has a couple High Templars, but he's getting Storms. He doesn't really want to make Archons for them, and he's going to be forced to make Archons. And then we have the Hydrogen at the same time. If Wuja hits a really good time with his Mutals, force out the Archons, and then immediately switches over to Hydras, he may be able to just swarm his opponent with Hydras without him having any Storm to deal with it. But it's going to be really tricky to pull off. But these Mutas, first of all, if they can do a lot of economic damage here, that's going to be really good for him.
Yep, I'm really surprised by Ejwoda's choice not to play overly aggressive, but play a relatively standard game. Because if no Ejwoda's caliber and the caliber of Arthur, like I just from instinct would say that Arthur most of the time.
Yeah, me and Ejwoda are about the same skill. He's better than me, but we're both in D League. And if I was to face Arthur, I would just go cheese right away. Like there's no way I would try to play standard. But he's actually trying, and he's doing a decent job at it. He's forced out a couple of Archons. He's forced out a lot of Storm. Is he gonna try and take a third? No, he's gonna stick on 2 bases. He's gonna damage a lot of Zealots, and he's doing pretty good.
Yep, Muros are definitely a really good choice against Archon tech. I mean, Archons are okay at defending, but they're just very immobile. They are like the SC2 Tor, just with melee range.
Yeah, or kind of like the Archon in SC2. I'll be nice. But he has to babysit these. Oh, he has to babysit these. No. You don't want to. That's the micro game of death. That's so hard to pull off. He's gonna go in, eat some more drones. This is nice. I don't understand why Arthur isn't sending in his zealots to counterattack. I feel he's...
I think Ejwoda is also safe against that.
Yeah, that's true, but they're really dead weight with this. They're just in the way of the Archons right now. Oh, is he gonna get that to do? Oh, he's gonna try. Oh, wow. Wow, Wuja is controlling these Mutalisks really, really well.
Yep, he actually is ahead in supply. Well, not anymore, but he was ahead. He's definitely ahead in the worker count now.
Yes, he's doing really well. And he's trying to get that Dragoon. He doesn't want to get too greedy and really. He doesn't want to commit to get that Dragoon too heavily because he might get an Archon shot and it's not going to be worth it. Oh, the Storms misses. And he's going to get more workers. And Arthur GG's. Wow! And Wuja takes the first game.
I have to say that was a little bit preemptive.
Yeah. I guess he just got tired.